Good morning, friends. I'm really happy to be here and practice with you. If you are playing with music today, you're welcome to get that started. Sometimes we approach yoga with the wish of feeling good. And I think this is just fine to feel this way. However, I also like to bring in a possibility that growing involves going beyond one's comfort zone. And over time, I have become better able to trust the process. Sometimes, if I'm in a phase of not feeling good in some way, mental, physical, there's a part of me that's like, red alert, something's wrong. And it's um, sometimes I can cause more interference in myself just with the way I'm reacting to not feeling good. And more, I think just trusting through experience, getting to know my own reaction to growth, that my reaction to real change in myself is not always just like butterflies and rainbows, but it can be gritty, it can be hard, it can not feel good at times. And just as I'm getting to know my own process, I'm really seeing like, oh yeah, this is a phase in a cycle. This is a step in my process. This is not a forever bad feeling, but sometimes we have to experience, like in a yogic sense, like the tensions arise in us so that we can react in a way that helps them to leave our body or leave our mind or our energy. So we'll just take a moment to sit with that. If you like to close your eyes or just gaze down, pinpoint your awareness on the breath, watching it flow in its own way and flow out very naturally. Ease into your full breath. So there doesn't have to be a lot of force or should of the breath. Allow yourself to relax all around your breath, the top of the breath, the collarbone and throat area, the sides of the breath through your rib cage and sternum, all relaxing. Through the lower parts of the breath, the diaphragm muscle at the base of the lungs. Release through your abdomen. So your whole torso, all of your inner space can relax around your breath. Relax your breath subtly as well. Release any mental pressure around your breath. And feel the prana or the life energy within the breath. Feel this radiate beyond your body. Enjoy a few moments as you recharge with your breath. If eyes are closed, slowly open. For our first movement, we'll take a seated cat and cow. I'll go sideways just so you can see from the side. Feet are flat on the mat. Hold the back of your knees, and we'll do an inhale for cat. Open up your spine and drop your chin. Exhale into cow. Shift your belly forward, heart forward, shoulders back. And just forward and back. Inhaling to open your spine. Exhale, open the front body. Changing the breath in cat and cow in the way we're doing, it can help to open more through the lower back, through the pelvis. So just see what you notice. Inhaling for cow, or excuse me, inhaling for cat and exhaling for cow. Go into the edges of your movement. Rock side to side. Like you're inside a cube, you're going to go into all the corners and crevices of the cube, opening through your back in different ways. Cross your legs. Bring hands behind you to open up your heart. You could be on fingertips or flat palms. Pull the shoulder blades together and imagine your back toning. So you bring your belly, your heart forward and up, and then the shoulder blades are toning and contracting down toward the sacrum. You may like to look forward, and just an option as well is to raise your hips, putting a little tone in your glutes. When you exhale, just have a seat. Change your legs, and we'll take the same shape again. Heart opening. You may like to roll your shoulders a bit, just three-dimensional. So movements in yoga, we try to go beyond just the habits or what we're used to doing. Shoulder blades together, opening up your spine. And it's your choice to keep your hips down or raise them up as you breathe. Stretch the front of your ribs with your breath. Nice. Relax back down. I'll turn to face the camera just so you can see me clearly for the next pose. So we're sitting tall, cross-legged. Place your right fingertips down and arc the left arm up. Turn your palm forward and open up your shoulder with a funnel shape, like you're tracing a circle on the ceiling. It may feel nice to move your head a bit, looking down and looking up. Take a deep breath in. When you exhale, left hand down, right arm up. Get long through the side of your waist. Point your palm forward and start to do your shoulder circles. Feel how this movement is opening both your shoulder socket and the front of your chest. One more inhale here. Exhale, right hand down. Go back to that side and take your top arm, bring hand behind the head. When you breathe in, elbow reaches back just a tiny bit. Breathe out, left elbow toward the right knee. They don't have to touch. That's just the pathway. Inhale up and back. Exhale down and forward with your elbow. Experiment with your right hand placement on the mat. You may want to bring it back a little bit and get a little more room in your pose. After you inhale, exhale, change sides. Left hand down, right arm up, hand to the back of the head, and we'll go right into that same movement. Reach your elbow back just a bit, and then elbow forward toward the left knee. This is a movement I borrowed from a YouTuber named Coach Tara. I like to follow her body weight training, primal movement videos. And sometimes I bring her movements into yoga. So that's what we're doing here. As you rise up, inhale, exhale, hands to the mat. Make your way to all fours, table pose. To get ready for downward dog, option for a moment to warm up your wrists. Just circling out the palm. You may want to stretch out under the knuckles of each finger. And meet us in downward dog when you're ready to get up there. I like to lengthen out my stance from table, so it's a little longer between the toes and the feet, or toes and the heels of the hands. Bend knees one at a time as you breathe and walk the dog. Shock absorb your elbows, that tiny bend, helping to relax through the shoulders and neck. Walk up to the front of the mat. Make your way to standing forward fold. Pause here to release with gravity. You might also shock absorb your knees. One more exhale in your fold. Inhale, rise up. Reach your arms high, get really tall. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Release arms by your side and take a few moments to breathe, to be. For our first sun salutation, we'll take hands behind the head. Breathe in, lengthen up through your heart. Breathe out, side bend to your right. Inhale, center your body. There could be a little bend in the knees if you wish, and then over to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. One more to the left. Inhale, center, lift up your heart, elbows back. Exhale, forward fold, touch the mat. Inhale, rise to a flat back. Exhale, touch your mat, bend knees if you want, and come into plank. Let's take a few moments to strengthen plank. We always have options to lower knees or elbows for extra support. Shock absorb your elbows to draw strength through the muscles of your arms. Head rotates side to side whenever you want in a plank. That helps to release neck tension. Keep breathing, hug your thighs toward each other, and lift from your low belly up a little higher through your sacrum. One more inhale, getting warm and strong. Exhale down to your belly. Arms come out into the cactus shape. For cobra, you may want to raise legs one at a time and just stretch them back to open more space at the front of the hip joint. Tap into your breath. And our inhale is the lift coming into cobra. Raise your heart, raise the arms. Exhale down to the mat. If you'd like to turn your head, just an option. On your breath, rise when you inhale and lower as you exhale. With your next lift, plant the hands and exhale back to downward dog. Take your core with you, low belly toward the spine. Inhale and exhale to come forward, standing forward bend at the front of the mat. Next inhale, rise and stand. Reach up. Exhale, hands to the back of the head. Put the other pinky on top, weaving fingers the opposite way. Inhale, center, raise your heart. Exhale, side bend to your right. So we've got the same flow, centering on inhale, Side bend on exhale. One more on the left side. Nice job. Inhale, center, heart forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, heart shines forward. Exhale, touch the mat. We've got 3 breaths in your plank. If you like a little extra challenge, just try raising the legs one at a time. Get an extra reach. Low ribs hug toward the pubic bone. With your exhale, optional push-up, and then down to the belly. Cactus cobra. Arms out to the side. And yogi's choice if you like to do the flow up and down, or if you like to just hold your cobra lifted. Breathing steady. Back body strengthens. With your exhale, plant hands. Inhale, table or plank. Exhale, down dog. Come forward, front of the mat, breathing in and out. With your inhale, rise and stand. Plant your feet the whole time, arms lift. Exhale, hands together by your heart. Take a moment to pause in the mountain pose. Arms by your side. Shine the palms more forward than backward. Find the alignment of your bones, pelvis over footprints, rib cage over pelvis. Head floats above the shoulders. Inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Coming into standing splits, shift your right leg back and up. Let's pause here to breathe. Activate through both feet. Strengthen down through the left leg and raise the right foot without lifting the right hip. So the right hip is just as high from the ground as your left hip. One more breath in. Exhale, step back and set up your feet for warrior one. Back heel is firmly grounded. Bend the front knee as you rise up. Hold hands to the back of the head. Settle your shoulders down your back. And our flow with the arms is going to be a twist. So we'll go both sides, just one elbow back, one elbow forward, side to side. Stay grounded through your feet and keep lunging into the front knee. Nice work. One more breath in. Exhale, dive forward, touch the ground, and rise up into standing splits. Right leg high in the sky. With your exhale, step down and change sides. Left leg high, standing splits. Find your breath and let the pose settle in. Plug both feet into the ground. Reach your left leg high and try to straighten the back of that knee. One more deep breath. Exhale, left foot back. Set up your warrior one feet. Left heel on the ground. Bend the right knee as you rise up. Breathing fully. Hands to the back of the head. Alternate your pinkies and go right into your flow. Twist to the right and twist to the left slowly. And we'll do this flow a few times, so you'll get to see your ribcage slowly release. For many of us, the upper back is one of the more restricted parts of our spine. And we're just easing in. Repetition, breath, gentle awareness. As you inhale, shine your heart forward. Exhale, touch the mat. Step yourself back into plank, opportunity to flow, or take a moment for yourself in child's pose. You may like the cactus cobra or a different back bend. We'll meet in down dog when you're ready. Step or hop to the front of the mat, standing forward fold. Exhale all the way. Pace your inhale as you stand, top of the inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Slow breath in and out. Drop your body weight down through the feet. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Standing splits, reach the right leg up, deep breath in. Stay here as you breathe and point through the base of the right toes, kind of like a high-heeled shoe shape in your foot. Trace your legs 6 inches side to side, so the line you're drawing with your foot is parallel to the floor. Nice work. One more inhale. Exhale, step back, warrior one footing. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hold the back of the head and go into your twist, just side to side. And see how you'd like to breathe with this pose. You may be inhaling one direction or exhaling the other. As you breathe in, center your heart. Exhale, touch the mat. Your choice to keep the back foot as it is or drop the knee down. And we'll take a moment just to release the upper back. Either palms or flat fists on your mat. Allow your head to release forward and down. Stay strong through the left footprint and allow your upper back just to melt open, like there's a soft rain, a healing rain flowing down your back. Get ready for standing splits for your transition. Shift forward, stand on the left foot and raise the right. Deep breath in. Exhale, right foot to left. Second side, inhale, left leg high. Stay here as you exhale and engage through the foot. Press extra through the big toe mound and that side to side line, horizontal line. Try to draw the line from your foot and keep your pelvis stationary or relatively so. One more deep breath in. Exhale, step left foot back, warrior one footprints. Bend the front knee as you rise. Hands behind the head, alternate your pinkies, and start into your twist. At center, I try to draw the low front ribs slightly in, and I find that gives me more room to twist. You may also like to gaze in the direction you're twisting. Nice job, face center, touch the mat. A moment to release, your choice to keep your back foot where it is or drop the back knee down. Hands are on palms or flat fists. Allow your upper back to soften as you breathe. Watch the process, how your body opens up moment by moment. Nice work. Take a flow from plank or push back and rest in child's pose. Drink in your breath. Release any tension. For mountain climbers, you could either be in a table pose or a plank pose. So we'll be bringing knee to same elbow. So knee to elbow, side to side. And see how much you can, it's like maybe you can touch the knee to the elbow, or maybe you can kind of scooch the knee up the elbow so the elbow's more on your inner thigh. So just side to side, building some heat, breathing deeply. Take 2 more on each side. Nice. Walk your feet to your hands, standing forward fold. Give your wrists a break. If you like gorilla, bend your knees, palms of the hands under the soles of the feet. That's something only yoga people understand. If you like gorilla, and kids are like, yeah, gorillas are cool with me. Legs move a bit straighter. Pull with your arms, bend the elbows out to the side to open your wrist. Release your hands, rise up and stand. Breathe the arms overhead. Exhale, hands together at your heart. As we get ready for balancing poses, take a moment to find your standing mountain pose. Feel the central axis of your body as your spine lengthens up through the very tip of the head, like you have a helium balloon pulling your crown upward. And then a little sandbag, drawing your fingertips down, drawing your tailbone downward. We'll start with the tree pose. And easy arm position is hands on hips. If you're ready for more challenge, you can have hands on the back of your head like we did before. Change for the strange pinky on top. And we'll begin by balancing on the left foot. Raise your right knee and then set your leg for tree. The foot could be on your inner thigh or your inner calf. Steady breathing. And just an option for the side bending flow. Side on your exhale, center on your inhale. One more breath here. Again, hands could stay on the head or drop to the hips. Take a deep breath in and send your right knee forward. Exhale, kick back for warrior 3. Take your arms down by your side and create airplane wings. The arms are down like a capital letter A with the palms facing down. As you push through the back foot, raise the back of your hands up toward the ceiling. Open the heart forward. Shock absorb your left knee, tiny bend. Nice job. Step back. We'll find the warrior 1 foot position. And this time we're headed for the revolved triangle. I like to walk the back foot a little closer to the front foot so the hips are more facing straight ahead. Left hand to hip, inhale the right arm up. Get really open through the front of your torso. Exhale, dive forward. Keep pulling your left hip back, and then the right hand might touch the shin or the floor. Try to keep your heart open, spine long. Root through both of your footprints, and just an option is left hand to the back of your head as you twist open to your left. In our flowing approach, there's always an option to release just a bit from your pose and then reapproach. Nice job. Gaze down, touch the mat, bend the left knee. Drop the right knee down to the ground, and we'll take the left leg back. 3-legged table with the left leg up. Plant your left foot, and let's open up the left arm to the sky. Your right foot might scooch a little bit behind you for balance. Side stretch, left arm alongside your ear. Allow your head to relax with gravity. Draw your breath through the side of your low back as you plant the left foot down. Option to finish this pose with the heart opener, hand to the back of the head, just leaning back a little bit. Avoid that if there's any pinching in your low back. Look down, hands to mat. Feel free to rest or flow, whatever helps you to integrate. With your next breath, let's all meet in downward dog. Transition to the front of your mat, standing forward fold. Rise up to mountain pose, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Place hands on hips or cup the back of your head. Before we take the tree, just pause to find the center line of your body, your balance with your breath. Shift into your right footprint and set up your left leg into the tree. If balance is less than steady, just have a position where you can easily bail, like foot on the calf, and then you can just touch down, tap down, and then come back in. Side bending flow is available. Shifting to the side on your exhale, centering on your inhale. Relax the face and the jaw. Go into your breath. Center your body and point your left knee straight forward. We're headed for Warrior 3, airplane arms, arms down by your side, palms forward. Kick the left leg back and balance. Think of a long line through your left leg, through your torso, through the neck. Stand firmly on the right footprint. And with all our poses, you could touch the lifted foot down and then reapproach, finding your strength. One more deep breath in. Exhale, big step back for Parivrtta Trikonasana. Feel free to adjust your footprints. Something else with the feet that can be nice is just to move them slightly out to the side, a couple inches. That can give you a bigger base for your pose. Right hand on your hip, get into your breath. Left arm reaches up. Pull with your right hand, just pull back on the hip a little bit as you stretch forward and down. Keeping spine long, the left hand just falls where it lands naturally, on the leg or on the floor. Turn your heart open to the right as you anchor your back foot. Keep breathing. And just an option is right hand to the back of the head. Remember, at any point, you could come out slightly and reapproach your pose. Breathing deeply, nice job. To come out, bend the right knee, touch the mat. Whew, that's a strong sequence. Let's lower the back knee, coming into a three-legged table. Left knee is on the mat, right leg sweeps up. For the side stretch, I think of it like a rainbow pose. Plant your right foot flat and raise your right arm. You may want to shift your back foot so that you're not on a balance beam. Take the top arm alongside your ear and go in with your breath. Make space down the sides of your neck as you relax your shoulders. Soften your head like a ripe mango. Let it dangle gently. Keep pushing through the back foot, and you may like to add the heart opener. Hand behind the head, just opening gently. Take care of your low back, so no pinching. One more deep breath. Exhale, look at your left hand, right hand to match. Take a flow or take a moment in child's pose. Slow, deep breathing. Without forcing, relax around your breath. Sometimes I have to take a few faster breaths, and then things start to even out, to level out. Go ahead and have a seat. Send your legs in front of you with your knees bent and the feet flat on the mat. We'll take a seated pigeon. Bring your right leg with the ankle on the left knee. Hands behind your back on the floor. Start to lengthen out your spine. Bring your low back forward, like you're bringing your belly closer to your thighs. And as we open our hips, you may like to move side to side in your legs. At the deep hip rotator muscles, there are 6 muscles in this group. So we're going to do another leg position just to access a different part of that muscle group. So just come forward, relax a little bit, and then take your ankle about halfway down the thigh. So now your shin bone is more at an angle than it is parallel to the floor. And just try that again. Lean back on your hands. Lift the low back forward. You may also like to bring your left foot closer in to feel more stretch. Sometimes there are release valves where we kind of like flop in the hips and then the pelvis just sort of sits to one side. So notice if your body is avoiding the stretch. Try to level out your pelvis a bit. Nice. Yeah. We'll take one more position. If you need a little break from your hip, go for it. And then the last position is as close as you want to get the right foot to the upper thigh. So left foot is on the floor. Allow the right knee to open out as you bring your low back forward. You may also want to do that gentle side to side movement. Nice job. Release your left foot forward. Lower both legs flat on the ground and do windshield wipers just with your feet. So swish, swish, side to side. And then bounce your knees, just get some momentum. Maybe you get a jitterbug happening through your whole spine. That was one of my favorite new poses I learned was jitterbug a couple of weeks ago with Davey. All right, we're going to take that on the other side. If you need some wrist circles, feel free. So the first position is the shin about parallel to the floor. It's okay if your left knee is closer to you than your right knee. Go into the pose on your breath. Spine is lengthening up and slightly back. Low back moves forward. And the right foot could always come closer to your hips as your stretch deepens. For our second setting, we'll just change the dial. The left foot is going to come maybe halfway down your thigh. Plant the right foot again, come back into your stretch. low back forward. Release tension out of your jaw. There is a jaw and psoas connection, this deep hip muscle. So as you're breathing into your stretch, try to soften your jaw, soften your tongue. And for our last setting, release just a bit. And if it's a lot on your knee, you can always come out before the third setting. So now this is more like a half lotus where we're trying to bring the foot closer to the top of the thigh. And just a few breaths in that stretch. Preserve ankle integrity by flexing the ankle. Right angle bend in the ankle. Keep breathing. Nice job. Stretch your right leg flat. Both legs long. Take a moment to windshield wiper. Bend the knees. Drop down to your elbows and bring the feet flat to the mat. For bigger windshield wipers, let's space our feet out to the sides of the mat and then roll your knees side to side. So that's a nice glute massage. And in particular, we're trying to angle the leg that's rolling in, really reaching through the kneecap. One more on each side. Nice. Go ahead and have a seat. All right. I'm going to take us through some versions of the dolphin, so inversion preparation. And we have really warmed up our hips. So if you have a steady headstand or shoulder stand practice, you're welcome to do that. And I'll just give an option that you might like to play with adding a half lotus or even a full lotus into your headstand. If you're going to come along with me for Dolphin Variations, let us begin in the table. Bring your left knee forward and cross the ankle on the top of the right thigh. And then whatever setting was really comfortable for you, whether that's the ankle closer to the knee or closer to the top of the thigh, just set up your leg. And we're going to take this shape up into the dolphin. Bring elbows to the mat, weave the fingers together, curl the right toes under, and much like downward dog, you'll be pressing up onto the right foot. And it's okay if your left leg comes out at some point, just match your feet together on the floor. Press strength down through your elbows, down through the outside of your wrist as you breathe. We've got 3 more breaths. Squeeze the tricep areas toward each other in front of your nose. With your next exhale, lower your knees, lower your feet. Walk back into table pose. If you like to do cat and cow or any movements to release, feel free. For the second side, we'll start again in table. Bring the right knee forward and cross the ankle in front of the left knee. So we might be setting up in any of those 3 settings, or maybe 2.5, 1.5, whatever works for you. Drop down to your elbows, setting up for your inversion. Curl the back toes under and float when you're ready. Anchor through the forearms. Allow your left heel to descend as the leg straightens. Soften the sides of your neck so the shoulder blades move slightly away from the bottom of the ears. Stretch your breath long. Take 2 more breaths in the pose. Nice job. Knees to the mat. Make your way into table. And we'll just take a moment to lower down onto the back. And we'll be staying on our back for the rest of class. So if you want to have like a pillow or your sweater nearby, just go ahead and grab that. For the bridge pose, feet plant firmly. The feet are spaced just a bit wider than your hips. I'm going to lead us through 2 back bends. And the first back bend is going to be a flowing bridge, and then it will be a holding bridge. And feel free, if you have a wheel in your practice, you may like to take that for the second back bend. Bring your arms up into the sky, interlace your fingers, and then just swap so the other thumb is on top. Bend your elbows out to the side, flatten the outer shoulder blade down. And then straighten your arms, pull the outer shoulder blade off the mat as you reach your knuckles high. Bend your elbows, open them wide, flatten your shoulder blades. Straighten the arms, lift the shoulders off the mat. We're going to add the bridge movement. When you bend your elbows, raise up your hips. Lower your hips as you straighten your arms, pulling the shoulders off the mat. Yeah, and just on your breath, in your own way. A little of a brain teaser. So that's good for us, building our new brain patterns. When hips lower, arms are straight. When hips lift, bend your elbows, flatten the shoulder blades all the way to the mat. The next time your hips lift, lower your arms down under your torso. If it's easy to catch the hands together, weave them together and ground down through the outer arm. Nod your chin just a half inch up and down to soften your neck. Power down through your heels and feel your back body engage. The hamstrings, the glutes, the low back, the upper back. And just an opportunity for a wheel if it's in your practice, if you're feeling inspired. Ease out of the pose, arms to the side, lower your spine down. Reach your arms wide into the cactus and take a windshield wiper twist. Knees to the side, one at a time. As your knees come to one side, take the opposite arm and straighten it on the floor above your head. So when knees are at center, elbows in cactus, knees to the side, opposite arm straight. When your knees twist, allow your pelvis to twist with you. You might roll your shoulder blade also up off of the mat. So it's kind of a spiral twist. There's a curvature. We can just allow our whole spine to move. One more here. As you center your knees, I'll talk us through the fish pose, which you might want to just watch if it's a new pose because it can be intense on the neck. Legs are long and straight. Walk your arms under your hips as much as that works for your elbows. The palms are typically down, but they can be up if that feels a lot better. Start puffing up your chest. Think of your spine like the rainbow arc that we're lifting the center of the chest. Leverage your elbows down and lift your heart, open your throat, place the tip of your head, the crown of the head on the mat. Continue supporting down through your elbows and allow your heart to open. Open the jaw, open your throat and your collarbones. When you feel ready to release, simply tuck your chin and melt your spine to the mat. Bring the arms out from under you. Bend the knees and hold hand around each knee. Curl up in a little ball. Lift your forehead toward your knees. Curl your upper back. And if you like to take any last poses, this could be a happy baby, something else that helps your body to release all the way. Set yourself up for final relaxation. Show your self-care, tenderness, attention. What will help you to really let go? Sometimes for grounding, I just place a heavier blanket or cushion on the belly. With each breath, there is a deeper release. Soften the forehead. Relax the center of the jaw. Relax between your ears. Relax between your armpits. Bring your attention to your navel, just a few inches inside of your body, and relax deep in your abdomen. Drop your attention a few inches down into the center of your pelvis between your hip joints. Deeply soften inside your pelvis. Trust that it is safe to release. This is a safe place that you have created for yourself to relax. Bring awareness to your physical body, relaxing. And become aware of your subtle body radiating light, radiating conscious awareness. Wake yourself up with tiny movements. It may feel nice to roll the head or stretch the arms overhead. Bend your knees so you can roll on your side and curl up. Press with your arms and come to a comfortable sitting position. Enjoy a moment to simply be. Place hands together in front of your heart. Appreciate the connection you have with your breath to experience the inner peace, the natural state of yoga inside. Consider how you'd like to bring your breath and this connection with you for the rest of the day. Thank you. It is an honor to practice with you. Namaste.